Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of your favorite midday NFL show on the internet, Roundtable Sports, fourth and forever, real coverage from real fans, man. I got to tell you what, from a Bills fan's perspective, I am floating on cloud nine because Buffalo completely avoided a crisis with first-round draft pick Maxwell Hairston. It turns out, folks, that it is not as terrible as we assumed. It is not a season-ending injury, but more so a knee sprain, meaning that if all goes to plan, he should be ready right before the beginning of the season. We will discuss that. We will discuss the shambles that the Miami secondary is currently in. We will also discuss Trey Hendrickson stopping his holdout, reporting to Cincinnati, among many other topics surrounding your favorite league. Football is so close, I can smell it wafted in, boys. Let's get into it. I feel like I haven't spoken to you guys in a while. Richie, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Good.
Life is great. Jets training camp well underway. NFL camp, football tomorrow, Hall of Fame game, and then preseason for everybody next week. Roundtable Sports Network is back and running next week, man. Exciting times. I'm going to be back at practice tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. I was actually going to tell you guys I may have to either do the show from my car or figure it out because this is the time where I'm unfortunately stuck in New York traffic on my way back because training camp for the Jets is all the way in New Jersey. No, I'm not a fan of that. But yeah, we're excited to talk all things NFL right here on Roundtable Sports. And I'm drinking some coffee out of my favorite mug. I was drinking coffee out of this morning, and some of my chat like, wow, that's a great mug, Richie. Yeah, it's a great mug. Oh, yeah. The show's going to be the #1 NFL show on the face of the planet this season, baby. It's because of you guys. Let's go.
Exactly. And how we can accomplish this together, folks, because our wins are your wins. How we do that is everybody fills their role. You hit that thumbs up sign for us. If there's 100 people in here, there better be 100 thumbs up like buttons smashed, folks. I had some guy on my last stream this morning being like, you got to stop asking for people to hit the like button so much, Dan Mitchell. I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe if you did, fool. Maybe I would. All right? Hit that like button. All right, folks? Takes less than a second. Help you boys out. TD, how you doing, man? Talk to me.
I'm doing good, man. A beautiful day. I'm down here in beautiful South Florida, Miami. All right. It is gorgeous out here, man. The sun is beating down, though. So, we're trying to survive that. But, yeah, man, I'm traveling for training camp. And, as soon as training camp's over, I'm just excited because I get to come here and talk ball about what's happening around the league on Fourth and Forever. And those who tune in on a regular basis, thank you. Welcome to another episode of Fourth and Forever. Let's go.
So let me get this straight. You went back to your home and back to your house yesterday when we were supposed to do the show, and now you're back in South Florida.
No.
Or you've been there the entire time.
I've been here the entire time. I had to drive like if you understand Miami-Dade County, you could be on one side and then drive an hour and a half and still be in Miami-Dade County. So I had to take a trip south Miami and then head back up. So whenever I talked to you, I was still in Miami. I just had to drive on the other side of it.
You were just coming back from Poppy Steak, weren't you, my friend?
A little even further than that, a little even more south of that. So about 20 minutes past that. So, yeah.
A little further than Poppy Steak. But, hey, you know what? Here is some news that I got to tell you, I am absolutely thrilled about. Yesterday on the practice field, Maxwell Hairston was seen on the ground for a significant amount of time during a non-contact injury, by the way. Many of us were concerned from a Bills fan side that we thought that he was going to suffer some sort of major knee injury and his first rookie season would have all but been in the dust. But per Jordan Schultz, it sounds like that his ACL is completely intact and it was only an LCL sprain and Hairston could be back in as few as 3 weeks. So Bills fans are absolutely clamoring. We're celebrating that our first round pick, it might not all be lost, which is ideal. But I do need to ask you guys this, and maybe it's because I have a short memory problem, but does this training camp period feel different to you guys as far as injuries? Because we are seemingly seeing a hamstring, a strained calf, torn ACLs. Is this training camp period more serious when it comes into injuries, or is this something that's a bit more normal? Like, what are your thoughts on this, Richie?
Yeah, this is normal. This is the scariest part. I mean, whenever training camp starts, everyone's excited, but we all have that same fear of like, please, can my team just stay healthy? Remember when Deshaun Watson tore his ACL in training camp years ago in Houston? Like, there's always devastating injuries in training camp. It's just a sad part of the game, and it's happening early. I definitely don't like it. And, you know, some teams like the Jets dodged a bullet, and I'm sure Bills fans are feeling the same way. I mean, it's different because that's our quarterback. You know, there was a 3-hour period of Jets fans thinking that our quarterback's done for the year with a broken toe, but luckily that was not the case. Now you have the Bills situation. You talk about the Dolphins situation, which we'll get into, which is very sad because you never want injuries on anybody, man. And it's it's the violence of this sport. It's football, man. That's what it's about. And I wouldn't say there's an uptick at all. I think that this, if you go back to last year, probably the same exact situation. 2 years ago, it's football, man, training camp. And the teams that usually are the healthiest are the ones that come out on top at the end.
Very much.
But, man, did the Bills dodge a bullet? Because that was scary. That was scary.
So to be completely honest with you, man, based off of camp, say that camp were to end yesterday, say that Maxwell Hairston was not hurt at all, I think Trey White was certainly in the lead for the CB2 position. But what sucks is that now that Max is going to be missing out on some of these very valuable reps, he's going to take that Cole Bishop approach because Sean McDermott does not trust rookies like very soon. Mm-hmm. He puts them on a very short leash, and he's basically going to start his training camp again and make up for those like missed reps. I guarantee you Sean's not even going to trust that guy to hit the field until far after the bye. But it's good that we might be able to see a little bit of him toward the back half of the season. TD, we saw some heartbreaking news here from you. We saw Kader Kohou ultimately ended up going down with a season-ending injury. We were sorry to hear that. Were you there to witness that in person? I'm just curious.
I was there, but I didn't notice it.
Really?
Yeah, I was there, but I didn't notice when it happened. I saw the Ashton Davis one, but Kader Kohou done for the season. This is pretty tough for the Miami Dolphins. He was going to be our starting slot corner with the potential of even being outside sometimes, depending on how Weaver wanted to use him. He was, to be honest with you, up and coming. I mean, he was making plays. He was really making a name for itself. And it's unfortunate because especially in a year where you're like, okay, this secondary is a little weaker, who's going to step up? This was one of the strong suits. This was one of the ones that we were like, we know we can rely on him in the slot. We know he got that at a minimum taken care of. And with that happening, we just lose all flexibility and versatility to be able to move them around and things like that. Now the only two guys that can play the slot are our starting two safeties. And that's a problem. And then whenever you hear about Ashton Davis going down as well, we did get an updated report today that said it's not as worse as we thought, but it's still going to be 2 to 3 days before we know an official timeline. So I'm still thinking official time that he's going to be out, like significant time, but it's not the worst fear of maybe the full season. So we got to wait to see what that is and go from there. But this secondary is starting to look like chop suey, man. It's like, nothing put together. Chop suey.
What's that?
I don't know. Something that we used to say back in the day, chop suey, but I don't even know what it means, but it sounds like, just shreds. Okay.
But the Dolphins were in shambles, yep, go ahead.
No, but the good thing for the Dolphins is, we play teams like the Jets with quarterbacks who can't actually throw the football. So, the secondary may not have to be as strong. Josh Allen is a certified running back.
That's what he has to do.
So we should be okay. But remember, we did make additions, though. Don't forget, a few days, we literally brought in Hilton and we brought in Jack Jones. Those guys got to show up. They got to become those dudes for us. Hilton, I love that move. He's very talented. Is he elite? No, but he can hold his own. Jack Jones, can we get Patriots Jack Jones or even better? Possibly. He didn't have a great season last year, but we're not going to judge people off of 1 years, And like I said, when you got Justin Fields in the division throwing the football, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right.
Oh.
Dan, you know what team Mike Hilton's coming from?
He's coming from the best secondary in the NFL, the Cincinnati Bengals.
I had to sit here and watch TD try to hype up a dude from the Cincinnati Bengals.
Richie, you're an official hater, bro.
Come on,
you're
man.
an official hater.
How am I the hater when you literally said 3 times, well, Justin Fields, at least we play the Jets who can't throw. You're the one that's
that's a fact, though. That's a fact.
That's not a fact. He had a
all
career
them
high
highlights
65%.
of duds he's throwing out here in the camp. Come on,
completion
man.
percentage.
Stop it. Oh, and you proud of 65. That's like, come on, that's like a low
1,000 yards, 1,100 yards on the ground.
Oh my God. Stop it, Richie.
Folks, we got a big super chat from Gardner Corner. See, this is what Jets fans are about. $10. Hairston getting beat out by washed up White. Kenneth Grant, a non-factor at camp. How embarrassed are you guys that your team's passed on Will Johnson? He's shining at Cardinals camp. JETS. Shout out to Gardner Corner.
I will say this, Gardner Corner, you must be watching our content or something, because I was going to talk about that today on my show. How do you know that Kenneth Grant is a non-factor at camp? This is true.
You were out there comparing him to, like, who are you comparing him to when you drafted him? Like Aaron Donald or something crazy, bro.
Don't do that, Richie. Again, it's camp in his rookie year.
I know, but you had this guy as like a Quentin Williams level.
Maybe he better. We don't know. I mean, Quentin Williams ain't do nothing last year.
So by the way, Gardner, we sincerely appreciate this super chat. Guys, listen, right before I end up showing you, tapping into what is happening over in Miami at training camp, I did want to remind everybody, we have relaunched Patreon. Now you have the ability to call into each and every single show on Roundtable Sports. That is the AFC East Roundtable. That's Fourth and Forever. That's the Roundtable College Football Show, which is launching next Monday, by the way, 6 p.m. EST. Mark your calendars. Along with bonus content. So bonus episodes of Fourth and Forever starting next week. Bonus episodes of the AFC East Roundtable. It's only $10 per month. And I got to tell you, we have the link pinned at the top of the chat. So say, for example, that you would like to call in with a statement and or a question. And so we give each and every single caller about 30 seconds to get something off of their chest, and the hosts ultimately end up reacting to it. So say that you have something to say, folks. Please feel free to join the Patreon. The link is live in Patreon for you active members right now.
How many like buttons did we have smashed?
That's a great question, Richie. Why don't you tell me that? Where are we at right now, man?
We are
Am I going to be a happy camper? Go ahead.
51.
All right, guys. Listen, one thing I do want to say is that we have some pretty lofty goals over here. We want to build one of the strongest communities in the NFL on YouTube. We can get there together as long as everyone just hits that thumbs up sign for us. It's super easy. Help us reach our goal of well over 200 likes. I think that we can get it done. 174 people on YouTube. That could easily turn into 400 as long as everybody pulls their weight. But, TD, I have to get your thoughts on this video right here, because when I look at this video, this tells me how unserious the Miami Dolphins truly are.
Y'all need to stop. Y'all target.
Wait, but they did push-ups, Dan, after practice too. So
they did do come on, man.
Richie.
Come on. What are they celebrating for right now, man? You have a bunch of Madden generated players on your roster right now. You have this guy like doing somersaults. This reminds me, like, I have recently taken up the responsibility of coaching my nephew's travel baseball team. They are 9 years old. This looks like when I'm walking up to the field ready to hit BP. All right. They're sitting there. They're like hitting somersaults in the outfield and stuff. Like, what are your thoughts on this? Is this a good look for the Miami Dolphins?
Hold on, Dan.
Okay, so let's be honest here, okay?
But at least they're doing push-ups. Push-ups after practice. I like this.
They are, man. They are.
You know, y'all attacking the Dolphins.
What about sprints? Do they do sprints too? Cool. Remember, the culture has shifted.
The
culture has shifted because they did sprinted.
Let me take this off the screen and let me answer Dan's question, because Richie is a born hater. Don't worry, I'm gonna start bringing Jets clips. Okay, all right. But listen, the backflips and stuff, Dan. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a fan of it, but I can't get mad at a team that looks and say, man, our quarterback is healthy. We need to practice end zone touchdown celebrations, because we're about to go back to 2023. We're about to be 4 or 5 touchdowns a game. We need to start working on our versatility in the end zone for celebrations. That's all that is. A little fun, a little banter. That's it. Y'all making this more than it needs to be. The guys are having fun. They're out there flying, trying to build camaraderie and make this the best team we can have this year. It's that
dude.
simple.
Dude, you know what, man? I absolutely love it. We have our first Patreon caller backstage. Again, folks, listen, right now, we are offering all call-ins through the Patreon. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. If you want to call into this show or any other show on Roundtable Sports all season long, go ahead and sign up. It's only $10 per month. Lino, what you got for us, man? Talk to us.
Man, what's going on, Dan? What's going on, man. Richie? What's going on, Master Spinner? Always spinning a story. Your team ain't scoring no touchdowns like that. What are you talking about, Tony?
Oh, my gosh.
Lino,
man, it's training camp. It's training camp.
Then you overreact to interceptions? I'm confused. Which one do you want to pick? Do you want to overreact or underreact, or which one? Master Spinner, you got to spin a story, baby.
Even kill, baby. Hey, you make mistakes to learn from them. It's that simple.
I don't think the Dolphins have because they got no corners. But my biggest question actually is for the Jets, man, because I'm getting sick and tired of these Jets fans, man.
What do we do to you?
What makes you believe you bums are not going to be in the basement when y'all are the least? Your offense are not going to be the best in the division. You keep talking about this two-headed monster running back that nobody really scared of. I don't understand where you're going to get this offense generated from. I mean,
well, first of all, we don't think we're going to be in the basement.
Thank you for the call, Lino. We love you, man.
Appreciate that because we have not been in the basement for the last 2 years. So get that straight because everyone just assumes the Jets are basement dwellers. We've been in the basement the last 2 years. But no, we have not been in the basement the last few years. And the run game is going to be imperative. And I think that this defense is going to be a big reason. I think the defense for the New York Jets, if they stay healthy, has a chance to help them win football games. And the run game is going to be there. It's not just a Breece Hall and Braylon Allen effect, but it's also Justin Fields' ability to run the ball and, of course, the offensive line. It's a wait-and-see approach for us. I mean, we're not sitting here out there thinking we're winning no division. We're not out there thinking that we're winning 12 games. So stop coming on here, Lino, and making believe that us Jets fans are delusional this season. We're not. We are very realistic with our expectations this year.
And how many games is that, Richie?
17-0.
Woo! Yeah. Yeah, you scared to answer that one.
Lino, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the call, folks. Guys, listen, 200 of you are currently watching right now. Hit that thumbs up sign. We are consolidating every single piece of information that has come out of NFL training camp today and in days previous. So say, for example, that you ride with us and you appreciate the show, please just do us a favor and hit that thumbs up sign. That is all we ask. Let's run it up to 150. The Jets will be blinded by the sparkle of Pitt's 6 rings week 1 and will fall, trip over their feet, and lose. When it comes to rings, they are the bottom. Patriots 12.
Oh, see what happens when you remind a Patriots fan that they're been in the basement the last 2 years? They have to bring up the rings. Oh, it's all you have.
It's the rings.
That's all we want.
It's the rings. But hey, listen, guys.
They're the basement dwellers. Sorry to remind you guys, Patriots fans.
We ultimately did get some update today. Richie, I'm going to remove this. I'm going to add this bad boy. Trey Hendrickson has reported to the Cincinnati Bengals training camp. All right. He is there in person. And right as you can see, he is not in uniform. And this is actually a video of him appearing to be giving tips and pointers to rookie Shamar Stewart, who also just ended up leaving or signing his said contract. Now, based off of his reports, he was asked after practice where the contract negotiations have gone or whether or not that they have progressed. And it sounds... well, actually, verbatim, he said the exact same place where they were. So it sounds like that they have not made much traction on this. I think this is actually it. Hold on. Let me double check. Here it is. Let's listen to what Trey Hendrickson had to say.
Well, prior to leaving to Florida, I was here 30 days in Cincinnati. So the goal was always to be in Cincinnati. Some things transpired. It became public. That I left to go to Florida, but it was never something that I wasn't going to be here to help the 2025 Bengals.
Why just have to come to practice?
Like I said, it was the plan was to be here day one. Like I said, things transpired. Nothing's really changed. So being here, just acclimating with the guys. that was a priority for my wife and I.
How would you describe your current process with the front office? Have things progressed? Are you optimistic?
I think I answered that like 2 questions ago. Like, things are exactly the same. What I'm not going to do is, as best as I can, like, avoid being a distraction. I want to help the guys. The guys that have helped me along the way: Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, even Sam Hubbard helped me a lot when I was here. So to be that right now, I think that's what's most important. And this narrative will kind of iron itself out as we continue to progress towards the season.
So the contract is in the exact same place. Do you buy it that his plan was always to show up at training camp, or do you think that his bank account was starting to hurt since he was being fined $50,000 per day? Richie, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, $50,000 a day. It's like crazy how
pretty insane.
It just reminds you how much money these guys are making. Can I get, But listen, I think that he's going to get some type of reworked contract. I think that he wants to be here, and they're going to have to figure it out. The Bengals are very stern in their approach to this, and you got to commend the Bengals. They don't want to, paying him is risky. Because how many times has a franchise paid somebody like that and then they fell off a cliff? Like, do you know how much it would put the Bengals in a hole long term if they give Hendrickson what he's asking for and then he starts becoming like a 5-sack guy and he gets hurt and he's just nowhere to be heard from again? Like, the guy's 31 years old, and usually edge rushers don't age well. So, like, he peaked. And I think from the Bengals' approach, like from a business standpoint, like, I understand why they're not committing to him. And I know that their defense is an issue and that's what they need. But, like, I don't know. If you're the Bengals, committing to your guy that went off last year is one thing. But do you think he's going to get 17.5 sacks again? Because they just handed out a lot of money to Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Higgins. And finally they got Shamar Stewart back in the building, which is fun. But I know that he wants a contract, but I think that it's going to have to be more of a short-term deal rather than like a long-term commitment. And I think that's where the biggest fault is.
So I certainly have a sense of empathy for the organization, but again, it is self-inflicted because they have associated so much of their cap with like 3 players. I'm sorry, but they just do not have a front office that I trust into being able to build this team through the drafts. They have not drafted a quality contributor to this team in the past 2 draft classes in counting. And that's been the past like 2 years by itself. So it's basically a double-edged sword because they could pay Trey Hendrickson, and at the very best, they could have the exact same defense that they had last year on paper, which I think we all know struggled tremendously. Or they could walk away from him and then say, hey, listen, let's go on ahead and hope that our young bucks can step up. Let's hope that Shamar Stewart can finally be that guy. I certainly empathize with the man. Sticky situation. I am curious to see what direction they go in. TD, thoughts on this?
They'll pay him. He'll get his money. It's just a matter of time. They're going to keep negotiating all the way up into the first game. It's not like he has to play in the preseason games or really practice. He's there, but he's just it's probably, is he working? Is he out there putting in the work? That's the real question. But they'll pay him, man, because your defense was one of the worst in the NFL. Everybody has you on notice because of your defense. Joe Burrow has 0 blame, and that offense has 0 blame. It's strictly defense, and you're going to go out and do stuff that makes it worse. Not going to happen. They will get it done. You'll see that breaking news within the next 2 weeks. Trey Hendrickson finally gets paid. The Bengals sign him on a record, blah, blah, blah deal, and it's coming. Let's not kid ourselves. And he did the right thing by showing up, just like the Bengals front office kind of cried out to Shamar Stewart. He needs to be here. Remember, right before they kind of like finished the deal and stuff, he needs to be here in good faith and everything. So he's showing up and showing them he still want to be with them and everything. They'll get the deal done.
Mm-hmm. So I kind of have an interesting exercise that I would like to ask you guys, right? Mm-hmm. Cincinnati has quite a bit of money tied into 3 players on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah.
Like, there is no question about that. Talk to me about their ceiling, assuming that all 3 of these pieces stay healthy for 17 games, and tell me what their record changes to in their mind if one of these two wide receivers goes down for 4 to 5 games. Knock on wood, obviously, we are not wishing that on anybody. But how screwed would they be if they lost one of these wide receivers? Richie.
Can you give me a ranking of the defense?
Let's say that the defense is exactly the same as last year. We'll keep them at 27th.
Oh,
that changes
just
everything.
One guy. Just one of these guys goes down.
Yeah, I mean, it also depends which guy, because one of them is significantly better than the other. No offense, T. Higgins, but Jamar Chase is like an absolutely superstar. T. Higgins is just, I don't even know if he's a star. He's kind of like that, just really good receiver in this league. So it depends which of the two. But I think that if Jamar Chase goes down and it's just T. Higgins, he is good enough to be that number one receiver. And their offense is so potent. I mean, you can argue that the Cincinnati Bengals have the best offense in football, one of the best offenses in football. And if their defense stays exactly the same as last year, then you just got to hope for situational things to go in your favor next year. And in the late in the fourth quarter, things go your way, because things did not go the Bengals' way. If you go watch those losses that the Bengals suffered last year, like, it was very brutal. Like, sometimes this league is about luck, and luck was not on the Bengals side last year. Just talking about situational penalties, kickers not hitting the field goals, like routine plays, fumbled. It was wild. So I'm high in the Bengals this year. I know that people think that it's just about these three guys, but their offensive line is solid. Their running game is a little like question. I mean, they didn't really make any big addition. I mean, they got the same running back as last year. Chase Brown, who's just Chase Brown. Samaje Perine is just not great. Taj Brooks, I mean, they don't really have a great running game, but it's really going to be all about their defense, man. It's going to be about their defense to see if they can take that step.
So what are your thoughts on that, TD? If one of those guys goes down, is your final record prediction shifting at all for you?
Well, first of all, with the defense the way it was last year, this team could still win 11 games. What we don't talk about is there were like 3 or 4 games last year where they had the lead and they lost it in the last minute on the defense, like literally in the last minute, lost it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I still looked at them even last year as an 11-win team with the bad defense. They just had some things, unfortunately, not roll their way. Now, if we keep that same defense, I feel like they get back on track and they still win 11, 12 games. But if T. Higgins goes down, bring that to 10 wins, man. If Jamar Chase goes down, take that to 8 wins. Take that. Well, hold on. If T. Higgins goes down, I'm sorry, they still could win 11 because Chase alone, and Chase is the best wide receiver in the NFL. People need to stop laughing or arguing with me about that. He is the most well-rounded, best wide receiver in the entire NFL, and that's why Madden gave him a perfect rating. That's exactly why Madden gave him a perfect rating. Yeah, they need Chase. T. Higgins, they can live without. And if Chase was to go down, they could still be a formidable team because Joe Burrow is such a talent with ball placement. And, you know, putting it doesn't matter who it is. And don't forget, they still got Mike Gesicki. If I'm not mistaken, they brought in yet another tight end on top of that potentially. Yeah, they're still going to be loaded. And to a degree on offense, they'll be straight. They don't even have to have a great run game. It helps. But, yeah, the Bengals with Burrow in the center, they'll always have an optimistic outlook.
And so I'm going 8 and 9 if, for example, one of those guys goes down.
Either one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if either one does.
Chase
so I
is
trust
in the
Jamar
game
Chase.
T.
He's
Higgins
going. So he's a stud, man. And trust me, there are going to be a couple of matchups where, like, he could be the only dude, but there's going to be a couple of games where the defenses are a hell of a lot better, especially once you get into the corner covering him and then say that they have a quality safety rate as an insurance policy toward the back half of the field. If T. Higgins goes down, then like he virtually has nothing else. And that offensive line as well, which is still a massive red flag for them. Why I think Joe Burrow has been able to overcome such a terrible offensive line this year, or through his entire career, has largely been due to the fact that Chase gets open almost immediately. He's so fast. He's a great route runner. And he does his thing. But say that he goes up against like a top 10 defense that has a quality secondary, and they even limit his separation to about 1 to 2 seconds, I think that offensive line is going to rear its ugly head. So it must be 3 perfect pieces all season long in order for them to even have a chance.
Dan, that O-line was already rearing its ugly head. All these advanced analytics and stats are coming out now. Guess whose O-line has been pretty much at the bottom? It's been the Bengals.
Yeah.
So we all talk about the defense, but they also had a terrible O-line. But that boy Joe Burrow still cooked. He still put up MVP numbers last. Man, Joe Burrow was the MVP. He just didn't have the wins. I don't know how y'all feel about that. If Joe Burrow won 11 or 12 games last year, do you disagree that he might have actually won the MVP?
So I think that if his team were to make the playoffs, so I do think that he would have won it. Yeah.
I don't think he would have won it just by coming back to make the playoffs. Say they would have snuck in at the end. But if they would have had like 2 more wins and had solidified and been in, he would have won MVP. His numbers,
the season he had was off the charts. Video game level.
I acknowledge that. Like, he had an incredible season. He really did.
Who's winning MVP this year? 2.
Oh, that's actually a good question. We can get into that conversation, but I thought that we should.
I did want to show something real quick.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Richie.
We already know.
No, it's no hate. It's actually hate centered to my team instead. This is Pat McAfee right now in Pittsburgh.
He's in Pittsburgh, man.
Listen to what the Pittsburgh Steelers fans are chanting.
Games, you'll see terrible towels in every stadium. And now they're attacking your previous employer, which I certainly love. These people, I told you this whenever you saw.
So there's Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show live from Pittsburgh camp, and the fans are screaming, F the Jets. We'll see you week 1, Rodgers. We'll see you week 1.
Jets. Dude, you know what? I'm starting to feel this energy coming in for week 1. It's ready to, dude, it's coming.
Get your Jets Media Day tickets, folks.
So I can't say that I've gone on my campaign of trying to get under the skin of Ravens fans quite yet. So I'm probably going to save that for about 2 weeks out is when I ultimately start my campaign.
I mean, I would argue this is the best game of week 1. I mean, I don't know if I'm biased because I'm a Jets fan, but like this is.
I'd say Bills Ravens Sunday Night Football probably has this one beat.
Just a good lineup here. When is your game, Richie? On a Thursday?
No, it's 1:00 Sunday. It's not prime time.
How do you not just put that?
I know.
But they didn't know by then.
And listen, and the only reason why I say it's one of the best is just because of the narratives. I'm not saying the Jets are a good team or anything. It's just, I mean, you're talking about Aaron Rodgers, his first game as a Steeler is at MetLife, where he tore his Achilles, and then Justin Fields going up against it. I mean, it's a storybook type of game.
For both their debuts. It is a storybook game indeed. It's funny as well because it sounds like Mason Rudolph has been doing pretty damn good out there too. But I do think that, of course, Rodgers is going to win the job here.
Lino says with the $5, they chanted what we all be chanted about them Jets. Well, if you chant that about the Jets, that means you're scared of the Jets. You ever think about that?
Man,
you're saying after the Jets, you're scared. Scared, Lino.
The stars are aligning. I could see Pittsburgh going to MetLife and demolishing the Jets. Then the Jets seeking revenge next week, demolishing the Bills. Then Miami travels up to Buffalo.
All right.
Oh,
listen.
Man. This is going to be beautiful. 0-3 Buffalo.
So if Jets fans have any hope, of exceeding expectations and having a semi-decent season this year, I do think that they need to beat Pittsburgh on week 1. Because if they don't, I do think that the confidence is very fragile with Justin Fields. I just have a feeling he's a bit of a head case. If he ultimately ends up going out there and getting embarrassed by Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers going into MetLife, I think that completely formulates the rest of your season. So week 1 for the Jets, to me, is a must-win.
I wouldn't go that far. I think that this team, for the Jets, is going to be built on adversity. If they get hit with adversity early, it's going to be, Aaron Glenn's opening press conference was, when adversity strikes, we're built for this. We're the freaking New York Jets. And that's his embodiment of when adversity strikes, we're going to be built for the moment. And I think that's where good teams come. So I don't think if the Jets get pounded week 1, it's going to deteriorate the whole team. But the question is, will they be able to respond? I don't know if they will be. You may be right. but I'm not going to say week one's a must-win for the Jets. There's going to be a lot of emotions involved in that game for sure, especially because the second half of the schedule for the Jets is lightens up.
So it's a solid storyline. It is indeed a solid storyline. We have Matthew has come with a $10 donation. Just for your information, for the last 5 years, the AFC team with the easiest schedule in the conference has had a winning record. 4 made the playoffs, and the one that didn't was the 2021 Dolphins at 9-8, Pats 10-7. Matthew Preeb.
Wow, Matthew, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat, letting us know that the Dolphins, unfortunately, all right, have not been able to ride that trend of having the easiest schedule and not making the playoffs. Patriots 12. F the Jets. Brady spit and stomped on their jersey.
Because we live rent-free in all these people's brains. You guys realize that? There's a trend here. You know what I mean? People are scared of what's coming with the Aaron Glenn effect because it's real. The shift is happening, but you don't see it yet. It's going to be revealed on the field. Don't you worry.
So I'll tell you what, folks. We're going to be welcoming in our next Patreon caller. Reminder, guys, we have relaunched our Patreon segment. Anybody can call in to all shows. That is all the divisional shows that are launching in full next week. Roundtable College Football, Fourth and Forever, Lions Roundtable, Texans Roundtable, Bills Roundtable, the whole 9. So if you ever feel like you want to call into any of these shows, go sign up for our Patreon. The link is currently active for all current Patreon members, as our good friend King Lowski is joining the show. How you doing?
It's the Fourth and Forever crew. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Oh, we're doing great.
We're good.
What up?
Okay, so let me make this quick because y'all know I got 2 questions now. My first question is non-AFC related. You already know the NFC West is so interesting. We got Jimmy Garoppolo throwing medicine balls, okay? Matthew Stafford is injured. We don't know what Kyler Murray and this MHAJ is going to be, okay? We don't know what that's going to be because Kyler Murray cannot get this guy the ball. Who do you see coming out of that NFC West? My second question, Tony, how does it feel to have no damn cornerbacks? You bum. You fried fish bum. And let me tell you something, damn Mitchell. Week 1 isn't a must win. Week 2 is when we beat your bum kills, okay?
It's funny how you understood the words that matter.
So I did. We were able to understand the words that mattered, and I was able to put together his entire argument. First question is interesting to me. It's the NFC West division. He was talking about Jimmy Garoppolo throwing medicine balls while Matthew Stafford is on the side. And he's absolutely correct with Kyler Murray being unable to hit the broadside of a barn, let alone Marvin Harrison Jr. So for me, I think the easiest answer is going to be the LA Rams. I think Matthew Stafford's going to be good by week 1. I think that they're just trying to preserve him as much as humanly possible. It's the Rams, man. Young, quality defense. Maybe San Francisco has something to say about it, especially since they literally have the easiest schedule in all of football, ranked 32nd based off of previous year's power rankings. That's my thought. Richie, what do you got on that?
Yeah, man, I think that the NFC West, it's going to be a fun one this year. I think that the Rams are the easy favorite, but it's going to be competitive, man. The Niners definitely have something to prove. You got the Seahawks that everyone is just, they suck now because they got Sam Darnold. I'm not sleeping on them. And then the wild card of them all is the Cardinals, for sure, because if that clicks, Kyler Murray can fulfill his potential. He's a playmaker at that spot. Marvin Harrison's a dog. You got McBride, the best tight end in football, arguably. And they got an interesting coaching staff now. So, you know, with experience, now they're like, what, their 3rd season together? So, I don't know. Don't sleep on the Cardinals. And I want to give a shout-out to Danger Zone for the $2 super chat. Hot take, the Jets don't give up 30 all year. Finish 9-8. Woo! That is a hot take, but I'll take it, man. I will take it.
TD, thoughts? Who is coming out of the NFC West?
The Arizona Cardinals. They're going to come out of, I believe it. I think they made a lot of good moves. But again, I'm not a big fan of Kyler Murray, but this is it for him. This is his chance. I mean, you got some weapons. You got your young guy, Marvin Harrison. You got to make it happen. And if you don't, then I'm telling you, Arizona needs to tell themselves that Kyler he's going to be good enough not to be good enough. And it's the worst type of quarterback you have. Don't get stuck in purgatory with this guy. He's a good quarterback, but he ain't the kind that gets you over the hump. This is his last chance. Just like Tua. It's the same thing with Tua in Miami to me. Like these quarterbacks stuck in this phase of their career right here, Kyler Murray, Tua Tagovailoa, two in the same. If you don't show that you can lead your team and actually be the reason why they're winning big games and not the reason why you lose, you got to make moves and get off of those guys and try for better. So, I'm going to go out on a limb and give him the benefit of the doubt. Kyler Murray will have his best pro year and lead that team to a division title.
Dude, you know what? And then second question, and by the way, our good friend King Lowski did apologize for the audio. He was probably just in a bad service area. No problem, King Lowski. We heard all of the important things of that take. King Lowski also said, okay, and this is paraphrased, obviously, TD, how do you feel about having no corners, you bum?
We have corners. We got like 11 of them in camp.
Storm Duck.
I really don't know what you're talking about. And Richie, yeah, of course you're gonna hate. Okay.
How could I not? You got Storm Duck as your CB1.
We have Jack Jones. Okay.
You sign off the street.
Hilton.
Coming from the worst defense in the league last year. Go on.
And Storm Duck could be something you don't know. Cam Smith. Hey, he might shine. He might step up finally. Man, we don't know, but we're gonna be all right because again. We're the one team that starts with 2 wins on the schedule versus the Jets automatically. So, yeah,
my God. And one thing I will say, listen, I am loving Lowski's calls right now because the dude follows ball, man. Like he dropped in, some tidbits from Rams training camp.
Yeah, I like that it was a non-AFC East related question.
I do like how he puts the non-AFC East questions into there. Shout out Lowski. Love the question, man. Love the damn question.
Hater, man.
All right, guys, listen. One last topic right before we end up setting you free for this beautiful Wednesday, July 30th. Again, thank you for over 100 like buttons. That is absolutely awesome. Well over 264 of you rocking with us today.
I've had a lot of people ask me, Dan, when are we changing the time of the show?
So the time of the show, I feel like we probably should run with it next week. Should be the time. Okay. So we will have an announcement tomorrow of when the starting time will be next Monday, and we will be back Monday through Friday starting August 4th. Have no fear with our new time, which will remain consistent all throughout the season. So stay tuned for that. Guys, again, hit that thumbs up sign. Let's go on ahead and propel this out to the YouTube algorithm. We are on a mission to be the #1 midday NFL show on the damn internet. All right, so help us achieve that goal. All right, boys, listen, rate it and weep. Rate it and wait, my friends. We have the Madden 99 Club was released just a couple of days ago. All right, we had Lane Johnson. And by the way, I feel like some Eagles fans may disagree with me here, but I don't even think Lane Johnson is the best offensive lineman on their offensive line. I'd probably have to go with Mialta. Big fan of him. I probably would have given him the nod for 99, but that's just me being nitpicky. Love Lamar Jackson. He certainly deserves to be 99. You have Jamar Chase, 99, no questions asked there. The cover athlete, no surprise, Saquon Barkley. You have Justin Jefferson. You have Josh Allen. No one surprised there, baby. Come on, man. And Myles Garrett, the 99. Do any of you have any reservations for who Madden selected to be a part of the 99 Club this year? I'm starting off with TD.
I don't have any reservations. I'm not mad at the list. Well, rightfully so, especially if you're going off of last year's play. Those guys, I think every single one of them is deserving to be in the 99 Club. I'm gonna be honest. I probably would have put Justin Jefferson down to 98.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it speaks more of the separation, in my opinion, that Chase is. I think Chase now is on a mountain of his own in at that position, and not by far, but he does deserve to stand alone. People underestimate how good this guy is at just the entire position, man. That's the guy, man. The Bengals got him one for years to come, and he's gonna be good for a long time, and he's durable and everything. As long as he can escape injuries, that guy we know is gonna be a Hall of Famer. So yeah, we'll see. But that's what I would have done. But good list. I'm not mad at it. Josh Allen even being on there, I'm not mad at it.
Wow.
I love it. Dude, you know what? Like, that works. It's honestly because TD probably has a hard stop in 2 minutes, and like he realizes that that he were to say what he really wanted to say, we'd be here for another 20.
No. I'm good, Dan. I'm serious though. I'm pretty good with that one. I'm good with that list.
Fair. Dude, guys, look at that. Bills Mafia have real Tony Dow right in front of us today. I love it. Myles Garrett being at 99 over TJ Watt. I'm sure you could probably argue that too, but for the sake of time, we will leave that alone. Richie, thoughts on the 99 club?
Yeah, I think it's a great club. I think that a lot of them deserve it. I'm going to disagree with TD about the Jamar Chase being 99 and Jefferson should be 98. They're the same tier for me. I mean, they're not. I don't think Jamar Chase has done something in this league that Justin Jefferson hasn't.
No,
I mean,
he can do more than Justin Jefferson. That's why I say
when it comes to the career high numbers of Jamar Chase, what he's put up in a season compared to the career high of what Justin Jefferson has done in a season, you know, like Justin Jefferson still clears, in my opinion. So we'll see. I think that they're on the same level. I think Jamar was the better receiver last year. I think that he has an opportunity to be better this year, but I think they both deserve to be in the 99 club for sure. Now, Myles Garrett, he's still up there. He's dominant. I feel like TJ Watt, I'm curious what his rating is. Maybe it's 98, 97. He could have been in there in that conversation. And it's crazy that you got 3 quarterbacks in there, right? No, 2. What is it again? It's 2 quarterbacks? It's Josh Allen and Lamar, and that's it, right?
Yep. You have Josh Allen.
So you got 2 quarterbacks in there, which is interesting, both in the AFC. So Lane Johnson, is he still? We got 2 Eagles. So, yeah, it's an interesting 99 club. But Madden these days, man, I'm excited for Madden this year. I'm going to be getting Madden. I'm going to be streaming Madden. Yeah.
It's got to be the exact same game.
I'm debating it.
Dude,
I'm going to be streaming. The Jets going to be fun to use this year, man. Justin Fields.
Yo, like, what's a fun football game? Is college football is a fun game too, though, bro.
Yeah, I might get into college then because I boycotted Madden last year because I can't buy something with Josh Allen on the cover. Now I'm debating it because he's still over there.
Dude, listen, man. Like, college football 26 is better than any Madden that has been released in quite some time. I can tell you, it's.
I don't know why I was looking.
It's a much better game. But folks, that is going to have to do it. And shout out to DF Forever for the super chat here. Apologies. The same people that thought we would do bad last year think we will do bad this year. To all those people, thank you, because you will learn the damn hard way.
Yeah, they always doubt us. They doubt us, but we'll show them. We show them.
So Dwayne is a Bills fan. I'm sorry to break your heart there, folks. We know what TD was trying to do there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of your daily dose of Fourth and Forever. All right, live Monday through Friday starting next week. New time will be announced tomorrow on the show. Richie, what do you got to say to the audience before we send them off?
Exciting times. We will be live on the AFC East Roundtable tonight at 6 p.m. EST. All right, so don't you worry, Matthew. He's spamming it. He's like, AFC East Roundtable? Hello? Is that going to happen tonight? Well, the people really want it. People really want it. I'll put the link for tonight's show in the chat, so make sure you guys go over there and support us. We're going to go deeper into the AFC East. We're going to hear about the Patriots, Jets, Dolphins, and Bills, of course. And Fourth and Forever is a show that we are really, really excited to level up. I mean, the production quality, everything's going to be leveled up when the season comes around. New time, a lot of things to break down. When we're in season, there's so much actual ball to talk about. Hall of Fame game tomorrow, so feels good that football's back, baby.
Damn. Hey, what do you got, TD?
I thank everybody for tuning in. Tomorrow, I'm requesting that we talk, because we can't be the only network that's not talking about the Shadur Sanders situation and what the owner had to say. So we really got to get into that and have that conversation about the next Brady in the NFL. But outside of that, man, thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let's go.
Folks, thank you so much. I appreciate you for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Peace.